In a landmark move signaling a seismic shift in European security policy, Germany has officially commissioned its first permanent foreign military deployment since World War II, with the Bundeswehr's Panzer Brigade 45 now activating in Lithuania. The 45th Armored Brigade, a war-fighting capable unit, has begun deploying in Lithuania, a NATO member bordering Russia and Belarus, to bolster the alliance's eastern defenses against growing threats.
The members of the new 45 Armored Brigade are highly professional and know their jobs. They are excellent men and women who have dedicated themselves to making this brigade fit for Lithuania and ready to fight. Shoulder to shoulder with our Lithuanian and other allies, we will defend NATO North Atlantic Treaty Organization's eastern flank here in Lithuania, should it become necessary.
The German Defense Ministry confirms the 5,000-strong brigade, including civilian personnel, will be fully operational by 2027, with an initial headquarters and signals company arriving in 2025 to establish command and control. The brigade's permanent base in Rudninkai, south of Vilnius, is under construction alongside a site in Rukla, near Kaunas, with troops temporarily stationed in Vilnius, Rokantiskes, and Nemenčine until completion. This historic departure from Germany's post-war aversion to permanent overseas deployments is driven by an all-volunteer force, with Brigadier General Christoph Huber reporting overwhelming personnel support for the mission. Russia-Ukraine war and the resulting Zeitenwende policy shift have pushed Berlin to equip the brigade with cutting-edge Puma IFVs and Leopard 2A8 tanks, redefining its NATO commitments.
War has returned to Europe, the security situation has changed, NATO North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and by extension Germany, have responded. We are really needed here in Lithuania. We can see that every day. This sense of being needed is important for the entire team of 45 Armored Brigade. Our task is meaningful and clearly defined. We know why we are here.
Germany's deployment, backed by Lithuania's rapid infrastructure build for 5,000 troops and their families, is a cornerstone of NATO's broader effort to fortify the vulnerable Baltic region against Russian aggression. French President Emmanuel Macron and UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer are rallying a coalition of the willing among EU and NATO allies, aiming to station thousands of troops in Ukraine post-ceasefire. Still in early talks as of April 2025, this could mark the first NATO-aligned troop presence in Ukraine outside formal NATO command, potentially involving 3 maneuver battalions like those planned for Lithuania.
You have to hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. So, my hope is that the Americans will stand by us, and my wish is that the Americans will provide support, even active participation in all this, because it's good for their European allies, it's good for NATO, it's good for all of us. But we have to be prepared for a situation where perhaps they won't join. We have to be prepared for both scenarios.
Britain will play a leading role, with, if necessary, and together with others, boots on the ground and planes in the air. Mr. Speaker, it is right that Europe do the heavy lifting to support peace on our continent. But to succeed, this effort must also have strong US backing.
Moscow has warned that foreign troops in Ukraine would be an act of war, with a Russian Defense Ministry statement declaring any foreign troops entering Ukraine will be considered enemy combatants, risking direct clashes with NATO forces.
I am mostly amazed with this peacekeepers obsession. Peacekeepers, let's stop. Macron says, let's stop in 1 month. Peacekeepers would be deployed. Then we'll see what to do next. It is not what we say is required for the end of this war, which the West waged against us through Ukrainians, with their direct participation of their military. We know this. If NATO expansion is recognized, at least by Donald Trump, as one of the root causes, then the presence of the troops from NATO countries under any flag, in any capacity on Ukrainian soil is the same threat.
With Germany's brigade, supported by Norway and the Netherlands, and NATO allies debating Ukraine intervention, Europe's security landscape is entering a tense new era. Troops near Russian-controlled territories, from Lithuania's border with Kaliningrad to potential Ukraine deployments, heighten the risk of unintended escalation as both sides dig in. Amid rising tensions, NATO is intensifying military drills and logistics, with Lithuania's leadership prioritizing German basing, while Russia fortifies its western defenses. As Germany's 45th Brigade builds toward warfighting readiness with PZH-2000, howitzers, and more, the question looms: will these moves deter Moscow or drag Europe into direct conflict?